Hey, I'm Zack, America's #1 practical nutrition coach, and I want to talk to you today about fruit because there's a lot of misinformation and it really just, grinds my gears because people think fruit is bad, but it's not. It can actually help you lose weight faster than you thought. So here's the deal. A lot of people believe that cutting carbohydrates will help you lose weight like that. Now, the truth of the matter is within the first week, the first 2 weeks, if you cut carbohydrates, you're going to lose a lot of mass, a lot of weight, but you're not necessarily going to lose a lot of fat because carbohydrates are stored in the body as glycogen and it's stored with water. And so when you have less carbohydrates, you use up that glycogen in the muscle and the liver, and you also use up the water with it because your body's not just going to hang on to the water without carbohydrates. And so it seems like you're losing weight and you seem to get smaller, but the instant you eat carbohydrates, the instant you slip up on a low carbohydrate diet, you can gain that weight right back. You look bloated and puffy and like nothing ever happened, even though you put in the work. You cut carbohydrates, you suffered, you changed, you made a change, and you tried to stick with it. And I know it's tough. Your energies just go from here to down, and it's not a pretty picture. Now, here's where fruit comes in. Because fruits have natural sugar. Not only that, they have fiber and water and nutrients as well. And so, since that sugar is wrapped up in this fantastic little package, it doesn't get absorbed the same way it would if it was a piece of white bread, a piece of candy, another kind of processed treat. So, sugar is only bad when it is rapidly absorbed. Fruit juices get rapidly absorbed. There's no fiber, no protein, no fat slowing down that sugar from getting into your bloodstream. That makes it very easy for you to have that overspill effect where you have too much sugar hitting the bloodstream, has to be immediately swept away, and it's typically stored into fat cells where it literally inflates your fat cells. Similarly with like Skittles, too much candy, too much like breads, pastas, things like that, you can still have these foods, but not in a very high amount because it's going to trigger that spillover effect and again, literally inflate your fat cells. But with fruit, it's a little bit different. And so I've actually, one of my favorite studies that I've ever read is, I have a lot apparently. What they did is these researchers gave patients a cup of sugar water. A big glass of water, they mixed some sugar in it, glucose, and they had them chug it, and they measured how much sugar got into their blood, right? That's the control part. Next, they blended up blackberries and they added the blackberry puree into the sugar water, and they allowed enough time for the blood sugar to reset. And they gave the same patients a glass of the sugar with blackberry mixture. Now, since there was fruit with the sugar water, there should be, you would expect more sugar total, and it should pump up that insulin response. But it turned out it didn't. It didn't go as expected because there's phytonutrients, fiber, and other compounds, chemical compounds that help either drag out the sugar from the fruit or actually guide the sugar to where it needs to go in the body so it doesn't have to trigger that insulin overflow. And so if you're struggling to lose weight, try to swap out sources of carbohydrates that you overeat on for more natural fruit-based ones. So if you're craving something sweet instead of Oreos, try frozen grapes. If you're looking for, a chocolate bar, try eating a date or two instead. If you're excuse me. If you're looking for ice cream, try blending up frozen bananas with a little cinnamon and vanilla. It's excellent. And so you can get very creative on this stuff. But that's all I got for you right now. Again, my name is Zack from dailynutritionhq.com. And don't forget to subscribe to find out when I come out with new videos.